my God, guys, I just finished watching AEW Dynamite, Quake at the Lake special tonight, and CM Punk, who I don't even think is cleared, which JR and Excalibur, Tony Giovanni actually acknowledged that. I don't even think he was cleared, made his return tonight on Dynamite. What a way for him to come back at Quake at the Lake. My goodness, after a really competitive back and forth match with Chris Jericho and John Moxley, where it really seemed on quite a few occasions that Jericho was going to win this, but you pretty much knew Moxley was likely going to retain. But man, the fact that Moxley ends up being the first one to kick out of the Judas effect, did not expect that. Really thought they were going to push that as something that would happen on a pay-per-view rather than a special, even possibly against a different opponent. I didn't think the Judas effect would have been kicked out of today, but it happened, and the match was amazing. A little, maybe too many near falls, but it was still good. And Moxley's definitely been bleeding a lot of his matches too, and maybe too much blood. But I tell you, this match was good from top to bottom, especially with the submissions. Jericho keeping in the walls, Jericho pulling out the earring of his ear. Moxley ends up having Jericho tap out, and Moxley retains. This was Jericho's first uh, rematch for that belt since he lost it to Moxley Revolution, except this time Moxley is still the interim champion. And after that, Jericho, which Jericho multiple times in the match he tried to cheat. He actually had Sammy Guevara throw a bat, his bat, that I forgot what he named it, but to throw his bat to him so he could use that to try to be Moxley. That didn't work. He tried to expose the ring post. That didn't work. And Moxley eventually makes him tap, and then out comes the rest of Jericho Appreciation Society. They start attacking Moxley, and then out comes CM Punk to save the day after the brawl's going on with the with the Combat Club. Everybody is in the ring battling each other. They're battling Jericho Appreciation Society. You see Eddie Kingston. You see Sammy. You see Claudio. You see all of them going at it, and all of a sudden CM Punk music hit. He comes back, guys. I was not expecting this because it was a report that they were trying to get him to come back, but the injury didn't look too good. It said that with his broken foot, like it was the recovery time. They said Tony didn't know. He didn't state when he thought CM Punk was gonna come back, and this was just reported not that long ago. So the fact that he came out, and you could tell that he's uh, likely still not fully cleared because when he came out, he walked generally to the ring, but he still came and attacked. You know, all the guys from Jericho Appreciation Society still came and hit Hager and hit all the guys and came to and then stared down Moxley as he still is technically the um, AEW World Champ with Moxley being interim champ. So at some point they're gonna have that unification match, just like when Cody had it with Sammy um, for the TNT belt early in the year before he left. We're gonna see that once again between them, and the stare down was real, guys. I mean, the crowd was just living it. I I felt like based on the time the match ended and based on the brawl, something like this was gonna happen. That it was setting up for some type of return, and that's exactly what happened. CM Punk came out. I definitely was not expecting this, but what does this mean, guys? Will we see the match happen at All Out? Is it going to happen, maybe a Grand Slam, even though that's not a pay per view? I mean, I'm intrigued by this, guys, especially because, like I said, I don't think CM Punk was clear. Uh, I don't think he's actually fully 100% yet, but I'm really intrigued for this match. I'm definitely interested to see where they're going to go with this. What's gonna happen with this match? I'm all for it. I'm definitely looking forward to this guy. So definitely, without question, looking forward to where they're gonna go with this. So, and a really good Dynamite altogether. Jay Cargill retains the TNT belt, of course, with interference against Madison Rain. Only her second match, but Athena came out to attack her afterwards. So, start to wonder when we're gonna get that match between them. They've been building this ever since Athena first came to AEW, and that was all the way back at Double or Nothing. So, start to wonder if they're gonna do something with that at All Out. You pretty much knew Madison Rain wasn't winning the belt, but hey, you know, still pretty okay match between the two. Really decent, pretty good match between them. Um, and we also saw the coffin match to open up the show. Darby Allin, beats Brody King in a really good match. Like this match was a great way to kick the show off. You know, there was a point where um, the rest of the House of Black tried to come out and attack um, Darby Allin, and then they actually didn't see that. Little they know, Sting was inside the coffin, so he came out and attacked them, hit them with his bat. He hit, he hit, he hit Buddy Matthews with it, and he also hit Brody King with it, and he squared down with Malachi Black. Malachi Black wasn't having it, so he just walked away, and Sting tried to chase him up the ring post, and Darby eventually managed to choke Brody King out. Brody tried to choke him out. Darby ended up choking him out, and he ended up falling to the coffin. The coffin just shuts. Darby wins the match. The commentary actually mentioned that Darby was undefeated in coffin matches. I cannot remember his first. I know he faced Ethan Page and I can't think of the other person he went against right now. It's not coming to me. But this was, a good way to continue that streak of his. I just remember that match because he actually did his finisher, the coffin drop, onto the coffin. Like it looked brutal with the way how he did that when he was facing Ethan Page when they faced off. But this match was no different. It was bloody. It was brutal. And Darby gets the victory, beating Brody King, which puts them 1-1 because Brody King actually beat Darby, I believe at Fyter Fest was when he beat Darby. I think it was it night one? I think it was night one. He beat Darby Allin, but this was good stuff right here. The Lucha Bros loses to Leo Rush and Andrade. Did I just say Leo? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just messed up. I'm gonna say Rush and Andrade. I don't know how I messed that up. My bad. Rush, Andrade. They lost to them, after Andrade tied up Penta, tied up his mask so he couldn't get out. When he did get out, the mask came off. He took it through the mask. They double teamed Ray Phoenix and got the win. But that, they still gave it a good fight. That was a decent match. So overall, the show was really good. The Young Bucks tried to get back in the good graces of Heyman Page, but he didn't want to team with them because he wanted to give that to the Dark Order. So interested to see who their teammate going to be next week. Maybe we can get a returning Kenny Omega. Who knows? Especially if Heyman's not teaming with them. I'm really intrigued to see who's going to team with them next week. When they for the trios tournament. But this was good stuff. Also, Ricky Starks defeated the guy he used to team with. Keith Marshall, his factory, they tried to get off their hand on him, but it backfired. He escaped. Hobbs was living backstage. Powers Hobbs. So you got that whole thing. So yeah, um, I mainly just want to come on here though and talk about CM Punk coming back because this I definitely you know I definitely did not see this coming, and I'm more fascinated to see. Will this lead to them facing off at All Out? See, the thing was said that they would have this match at All Out, they would do the unification then, but will CM Punk actually be cleared by then? Because originally, from what it looked like, it seemed like his foot injury. He got injured not long after Double or Enough. I don't think he got injured when he won the belt from Hangman Page, but he got hurt. It was either after he won the belt or it was that first Dynamite, because that Rampage, the first Rampage of June was when he had announced that he, was injured and he was gonna surrender the belt, but Tony had told him not to. So that was when he cut that emotional promo. This was like literally the start of June, the very first Rampage. That Rampage was actually live at the start of June when he said that, he was gonna have to get surgery and stuff. He had his foot suffered an injury and stuff. So that actually happened on Rampage. So it's been about 2 months since he's been out, but I'm definitely ready to see where they go from here. So that's pretty much it, guys. Sign off here, Mr. Flex. CM Punk is back. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell you guys another day.